probably think about some kind of power-up. When was the last time that we gave a power-up? I feel like
I don't even remember. It's been a while.
Yeah, we definitely gotta start thinking about giving some kind of power-up.
What happens if you hit a block with a power up inside, but the top is covered by ground?
Good job, the decorations. You're doing your job wonderfully.
Oh.
It disappears out of existence is what happens. Alright, I'm thinking like, giving them like a, fire flower, honestly. At least, maybe if they've only kept it. Yeah.
Huh.
There's supposed to be a way to put progressive power-ups in. Ah, you gotta attach it to the power-up itself.
Oh, okay. A fire flower is pretty funny in this context, because it would be absolutely useless against dry bones, right?
Exactly. Alright, so we got the fire flower, that'll last them, like, let's say they get hit, like, here, and then they get hit when they're growing up there. We should, you know, I'm feeling like this is a really good spot for placing, like, the checkpoint flag. Of course, that means that our joke won't quite work as well. Doesn't mean that like they're like safe, but maybe that's okay. Maybe that's okay for the joke to not work that well.
I just had a thought. What if you had... So, the bridge prevents the player from reaching the little pit space below. What if you just had a bouncing Starman there? Just out of reach.
The only thing is that would ruin like slightly the aesthetic, I think, because
yeah, that's right.
If we need to like place like ground there, if it doesn't like swim, if the Starman swims, then that would be hilarious.
Yeah, I don't think that it swims, but man.
Can you swim? Nope. I do like placing power-ups like out of reach, though. That is definitely one of my favorite things to do. Like, what we could do is we could just like set like Starman up here. Yeah, go for it. This almost reminds me of the sprite of the character from Love.
Oh, you're right.
And then I want like a semi-solid behind that. Fine.
No level is worth creating if it doesn't have a strong aesthetic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
That guy coming back. You also gotta worry about this fire bar to a certain degree. I like it being as big as it is because it's like perfect. Like the player being small at least. It's actually probably... Oh wow.
Oh.
Well, I suppose we can make it a little bit smaller if that's the case.
I mean, at that point, the player can just try crouching at the little lip of that bridge there.
I think it almost makes sense to have these be like only 4 bars long.
Okay.
Just want this to be a little bit dangerous, but not like terribly dangerous. Ah, you cynic.
That Starman bounced all the way down.
Good job, Mr. Starman. Also, how the hell did you get out? Oh, because I did not place you back yet. Alright,
how's the player even gonna reach the bridges in the first place?
Yeah,
like in the center.
Yeah, I need to figure out exactly how we're gonna get up there. They gotta place a bridge to the left right here, but then that would ruin that aesthetic just slightly. Doesn't look great, but, man. How to make this aesthetic?
And then make the checkpoint flag hang upside down it.
Okay, I got an idea.
No.
I got an idea.
Okay. Oh. Bit of a squeeze there. Feeling claustrophobic with the dry bones.
This part, we definitely don't really want to place, like, any hazards, because the hazard, secretly, is going to be remembering that the Hammer Bro is up there, and that he can throw hammers at you. Like that. And I'm just going to hope that the player, like, understands that that is a hazard, like, coming up, because there's no way to, like, signpost that.
Yeah. You have to remember. We'll just say it's part of the difficulty.
It's not a design problem. It's just part of the difficulty. It's part of the charm. Just get good, scrub.
God. Ha. Yeah.
Oh, so then what do we want to have here?
Could put a hidden block with a 1-up. That feels,
I do like the idea of putting hidden blocks, whether they have like 1-ups or not, like on these edges. That'd be kind of cool. We could put one there. That would indeed be pretty interesting. Oh god, that's so funny how it's like slower because he's in the lava. That actually works out a decent bit. I kind of like that, just as like your first thwomp to worry about. And then you see it again and you're like, oh god, I gotta jump over this? That's actually pretty hard.
Yeah, it's like...
I might consider only having one.
It's like to an extent, it's almost like 2 difficulty spikes in one, because now you have to deal with the thwomp being faster since it's not swimming in lava anymore, as well as dodging the spikes the spikes now.
You'd have died at least 20 times on this? Yeah, I'm definitely not I have been making like pretty easy to medium levels, so I definitely want to make something harder this time around. So cool, the stuff you can make in this game. Mario Maker is pretty damn cool. There's a lot of interesting interactions that you can find. It's not like the best level editor ever, but it's like pretty solid. They've done some pretty cool stuff, especially in this second iteration.
If you want to see some really cool stuff you can make in this game, check out my level.
Oh, that's so funny that you can make it bounce that way. So the one thing about this is that I gotta make sure that... Oh man, it's actually gonna be hard to cut that off, isn't it? Yeah, that's gonna be a pain in the ass, because then that extends the amount of time that you can get up here. I wanna close this in so you're actually incentivized to like go the way that we want you to go. But then you gotta worry about stuff like this. I hate it. I hate it so much.
Just select everything and shift it to the right by a couple.
Oh god, the multi-grab doesn't even go that far.
Yeah, it doesn't. Nah, making it higher does work at least.
Yeah,
That little...
It would also make it more obvious what we want the player to do, even. The only thing is that, again, with... Okay, we're gonna move, like, these blocks over to the right. This is way too much of a design hassle. Of course, and then this means I gotta close this off some way. God damn it!
Every problem just leads to more problems.
You know it. Alright, let me make sure that... Yeah, that actually is a pretty hard jump, but I don't think that it's impossible to do. I think if I get it pixel perfect...
Oh.
Maybe? Let me see here.
Maybe starting from the cannons.
There we go. So yeah. 1 block more. There we go, that feels solid.
With a little lip on the bottom, I'm now imagining like a player who misses the jump but lands on the lip and just, oh, I'm here now. What do I do from here? I guess I'm stuck.
Yeah, I actually can't have that lip there, because then somebody might think to jump from there. So that's okay, that's fine. This still looks good. Still looks aesthetic as it can possibly be.
Hashtag.
And then we attach some spikes to the bottom of this. And then we have the player have to contend with the cannon, as well as getting like a thwomp over there, another thwomp ride.
Yeah, I was wondering when we were going to bring thwomps back into the run.
So which semi-solid makes it look like those are actually attached? That's okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mario physics are freaking weird when you start thinking about, like, stuff actually being attached.
Mm-hmm.
There is no cannon. I thought there was a cannon, but there is no cannon.
I wonder what percentage of just general game development is developers just going, eh.
And then where do we go from there? What have we used so far that we want to bring back? Maybe another Hammer Bro obstacle? Because we've only used that once. We use fire bars decently well, we use cannons decently well.
Yeah, there's dry bones, there's...
I'm thinking one more decent, like, Hammer Bro obstacle, and then we start building the boss.
Nice, nice.
So, what is the Hammer Bro obstacle that we want to use? Want to have it on this side, or we want to have it, like... Probably not up there. I feel like that's, like, just a decently hard thing to do. Early game.
We're making a castle level, Puppet Bros.
Yeah! Making it a castle level, trying to make it good. Trying to make it groovy. Maybe have, like, a sort of arena where you have to get past a few, Hammer Bros. See, and then what if we do, like, just the classic, like, two-tiered, Hammer Bros?
Ending it on a classic, or close to ending. And this would be the point where it would be helpful if they were able to survive this far with the Fire Flower.
Yeah. Definitely rewarding, although I very much doubt that they'll, have the Fire Flower at this point. Let me see, what all do they have to do to actually, like, have the Fire Flower at this point? A lot. Should definitely, put a mushroom on the checkpoint, I'm feeling.
Oh, you can just put it in the checkpoint.
Yeah, you can attach, like, a bunch of things to the checkpoint so that it's a reward for getting the checkpoint. Mario Maker 1, they made it to where, like, you just always got, like, a mushroom, and people had to, like, design around that, put, like, spike traps to determine, like, you know, if you were small or big. But in new Mario Maker 2, you attach whatever you want to the checkpoint, or it can just be a naked checkpoint for its own sake. And then we can just have, like, a boss door after this. I wish that you had the access to the boss doors, by the way. You know, the big red doors.
Oh, right. Yeah, the best you could do is just highly decorate a normal door.
Highly decorate a normal door. It sucks! I hate it! I hate it so much! But yeah, that's the only way of going about it, really. Man, wouldn't it be mean if we made it to where they needed to, Nah, I don't want to make it to where they had to kill the Hammer Bros. Maybe a pipe. Maybe taking them to, like, the sub-area instead.
Oh.
So that we can have the boss fight there, so that the boss fight doesn't, get, like, respawned or anything, because it's in, like, the same area as everything else.
Right.
We can check out the level that me and Dohz made.
Yeah, let's do that.
So me and Dohz set out to make a hard level. Specifically made to be hard.
Was that guy saw 4 out of something?
4 people cleared it out of like 100 attempts.
Let's see how hard this is.
It's not like Kaizo hard, it's just like...
I see.
I'm just like basing like my my difficulty standard off of like kids, I think. I think that's a very smart thing to do.
Mm-hmm. That thwomp stuff is hard for me. Any moment where you gotta like bounce on a thwomp and judge jumps and whatnot, that is hard for me.
Whoops. Definitely only just barely good at my own
That's
level.
definitely fair. You're getting like you're handing out
Oh yeah, we definitely are very generous with the power-ups here.
Guy's just stuck in the wall. Oh man.
So we
Can't do anything about him.
So we did something funny with that guy, by the way. I'll go ahead and show you.
Yeah.
So you can go up here, you'll be like, oh, what's up here? And there's a power block. And then it laughs because you didn't kill him, you only killed the plant that he was standing on, so you did nothing. It's like a little troll to be like, oh, you thought that you could kill the hammer, bro. You were wrong!
Yeah.
And
He has a way out.
And he'll even start chasing you after that, since the plant isn't like keeping him like confined to that room.
The star stuck in the box is pretty taunting too.
Yeah, I definitely was a little bit trolly with that. I like being trolly with that kind of thing.
Dude, hammer bros are just an inherently hard enemy.
I can do that if I'm like really thinking about it, if I'm being like serious about it. But definitely just doing like a casual playthrough right now.
Oh, you put a Bowser in. You put a baby Bowser.
Try to make sure that there was no like save spots, but I didn't account for this one.
This is pretty tough.
You can also get frickin' baby Bowser to like get crushed by these swamps if you're lucky.
That's cool. Does it kill in one hit?
Yep, kills in one hit if you get him crushed.
Nice.
GG.
Dude, for Super Mario Maker 3, I want them to make boss versions of all of the characters.
All
Just
of the
like-
characters.
Yeah, just have like that click menu where you can choose like wings, you can choose jumper or parachute, and then you can choose boss.
So, like, you can make anything a boss, basically, especially if you do, like, certain stuff. Like, if you want to, like, frickin' stack, like, enemies on top of one another, then you can do that to make them harder. You can put, like, a spike on top of, like, a baby Bowser, so that then the only thing that you can hit him with is shells. There are all kinds of combinations with that, and then if you want to, you can just make an enemy a boss just by, like, placing a key on it and placing, like, a locked door, so that then the player has to beat that enemy as a boss before they can proceed.
I see. I mostly just want like more impressive versions of enemies.
And more AI is what you're talking about.
I suppose so. Or more attacks.
You can still sort of do that with what I was talking about with, like, stacking enemies on top of one another, but yeah, I get what you mean.